Hi, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago, talking Dow futures. All-time new highs today. Dow set a record both in high and in close, but only rallied about 0.5%, which, we've got all-time new highs, but it really wasn't that much of a rally, that 0.5%. And a lot of it had to do with the weak data that we saw today. We saw CPI come out, very much anticipated given the Janet Yellen testimony this week, talking about more rate hikes being appropriate and shrinking the balance sheet, not reinvesting interest payments on some of the assets that they currently own that will be expiring. She expected the economy to turn around. She expected inflation, the lower inflation rather, to be transitory, and the CPI had its fourth miss in a row and its fourth down month in a row on the year-over-year number. Only 1.6 year-over-year now on the CPI number. That is not good news if you're Janet Yellen looking to normalize interest rate policy and shrink the balance sheet. We also had retail sales negative today, negative slightly, but it was expected to be positive. Now, retail sales are not price adjusted. So what I mean by that is if consumer prices are going down, retail sales are going to be affected by prices dropping because it's amount of goods times price. So if the price is dropping, then it's going to look like there's less sales. So it could be affected a little bit by the weak pricing power. We did get decent industrial production numbers, but not enough to turn everything around here. And we got some very important bank earnings this morning. JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citi. Now they beat on the earnings number, the EPS number, and a couple of them beat on revenue. Wells Fargo didn't. Wells Fargo had some poor loan growth numbers, but overall the banking sector did not impress the market, and I would say that it was a miss overall. It's the only negative sector for today, not by much. Every other sector is up, but even Goldman Sachs, which announces next week, pulled about 12 points off of the Dow rally to new all-time highs. 12 points was pulled out by Goldman Sachs all by itself. So banks were weak in the financial sector. They were the weakest part. You had investment and real estate services up about 0.84% in the financial sector, but you had the banking sector down 0.88%. So the banks themselves almost down 1 full percent. So all new time highs for the Dow today. This is Bob Iaccino talking Dow futures from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.